Hi guys, it's Patricia from Yarny Cat Crochet, and this is an impromptu small finished objects video. Okay, so the last three videos you guys saw me in was recorded on not this past Saturday, but the Saturday before that. And the reason why that's important is you saw those videos throughout the week, and Patricia was fine. Well, that Sunday, right after the Saturday I recorded all those videos, I had a major fall, and Kage's fixing to come into the picture. Hi, Kage. Say hi to everybody. No, no, no. Don't knock that down. That's not good. Yeah, that's not good. You want to say hi to everybody. So he's been kind of clingy since I fell. So I hit my left hip, my left arm, my nose on something, but it didn't bruise. No, you can't drink the coffee either. He just wants to be in, you know. So it hurt really bad, and I couldn't get myself up off the floor. And my husband's 9 years older than me. Not to say he's not in good shape, but even though I've lost a lot of weight, I still weigh a little over 180 pounds, and dead weight because I can't help myself get up. And so I had to crawl to the couch so that I could get myself up halfway so that he could help me. Now, if I'd have been home alone, I'd have had to call the fire department has a paramedics that come and help you. But anyway, so I got myself to the couch, and I was able, it hurt, but I was able to get up on my knees and get one foot, the good leg, up. And then my husband was able to pull me up the rest of the way and help me onto the couch. It was excruciating, and I thought, oh no, this may be the time I may have broken it. So, but I was like, I don't want to go to the hospital because those bills are like $3,000, and give or take. Even with insurance, it ends up being bad, you know. And I was like, I don't want to put that amount of debt on us. And so I waited, and every day it felt like it was getting a little better. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday it was like just awful. And I thought, I'm going to have to go get this looked at. I have an appointment on Friday anyway. So I went to my doctor's appointment the next day. It was really hard getting in and out of the car, but I had my husband. And they sent me to the hospital. But if you do it that way, it's cheaper. And I had a $130 copay, so I paid that. And got my x-ray, and they said that there's no broken bones. So that's really, really good. So the only thing I can figure is my rheumatoid arthritis is acting up because of fall damage. You know, I probably strained some muscles or something. Anybody who falls knows, who's closer to my age, knows how that is. You could be sore for a really long time. So anyway, I am better as far as I can use my walker, and I should have been using my walker then. I was getting brave, and I was walking around the house without my walker and thinking I was strong enough. But the thing is what I didn't know is my blood pressure medication was too strong because I had lost a lot of weight, so I didn't have as much a high blood pressure. And so they lowered my blood pressure dose, and we'll see what that does, because I didn't trip over anything. I was up one moment, and then I was down, and I didn't know why. It was like somebody had shoved me, but I knew it wasn't my husband because he was sitting on the couch with a hot bowl of soup and a cheese sandwich. And there was no way he could have set that down quick enough to come and shove me. And I told the hospital that too, but it was just like, I think what it was is I was blacking out, from the blood pressure being too low, and I went, whoop. But yeah, it felt like I was just tossed to the ground. And then my husband's sitting there with a hot bowl of soup with his mouth gaping open, wondering what the heck just happened. This should be a Tales from the Craft Room. I might even put that on the title. But anyway, we're not in the craft room, but it's okay. It can have that title. So, um, so I haven't, needless to say, I haven't gotten any more videos made or anything really done except for 2 projects. I showed you the last project, so that doesn't count as a project that I done while I've been recuperating. I don't feel recuperated. But, so Shark Week. Ranee from the Woolly Llama, and link will be in the description. She did a crochet along. Well, it's a crochet along and an embroidery along, EAL. But I did the embroidery part of it, and I did 2 because there's 2 badges to be had, 2 shark badges, and this is the girl who loves sharks. I don't want to be in the water with them, but I really love them, and I love Shark Week and all the information, and so Ranee made it really fun. And if you have any kids, you should go back and watch those videos, because there's a guide I think it's in the first video. It's like a field guide, and it has information in it and a fun little project if you want something, a side quest for your kids to do while they're, having some downtime and they like sharks. It's a really cool thing. But anyway, there's a crochet pattern to be made, and there's some embroidery patterns, suggestions, and you can do anything you want. But about the badges, though, I don't know how long that runs. You'll have to watch her first video and see for the details. That's all Rainey's wheelhouse, and you go to her channel and you watch those videos and you find out that information. And you can't ask me any questions about it, because other than what I did to participate, I really don't know, and I couldn't help you. It would be best to send her questions. But anyway, so the last time, I'm making these for my grandbaby who's going to be born in September. I'm kind of doing all the cool things that are in 2026 for him, because this is the year he's been born. And so like the 250th, I'm making the American flag blanket. And the Shark Week 2026, I'm making a pillow is what I'm making. It was a pillowcase. It's almost the same material. Can you hear that? Sorry if you have aversion to that sound, but it's almost the same kind of canvas. They call them bread towels. I'll show you the backs. They call them bread towels, the kind you would get at a fancy restaurant. And also they call them tea towels. I got them online at Amazon, and I thought it was a 3-pack, but turns out 2 of them are together. It's a 4-pack, and they unfold. Here, I'll do this one. You guys have already seen this one. This is the great white shark, and this was the first one I did, so you can see it's a little bit more amateurish. And not to say that the second one's not amateurish, because I'm not a seasoned embroiderer. I embroidered a couple sharks. That's it. But anyway, these towels, they fold into, one of my hairs on them. They fold into 4 like that. Oh, and you're seeing the awful backside. See how much of an amateur I am? But anyway, they fold into 4. So each little fold, if you look at it, is perfect for an embroidery hoop. Well, this one is a little bit, I got kind of small, but so each one potentially has 4 embroidery projects. I mean, if you make them in this size, and the bigger embroidery hoop would totally cover that. and you'd have the extra material to cut off, you know, and you could, it'd be a embroidery project you could hang on the wall if you're an embroiderer. I'm planning on doing one because this kit also came with a tiny one, so I plan on doing maybe my grandbaby's name or something in it so they can hang it up on the wall. But anyway, I might not send, I might just make it for this size and then send them the dimensions of the hoop, because that might not make it through customs. They might think it's something. But anyway, just have to mail everything to Japan. My grandbaby and my son and his wife, my daughter-in-law, will be living in Japan once he's born. They are living in there now. But he's not technically living there yet. I guess he kind of is, but he's not here yet. But anyway, so you could get out of that, I got squirreled, out of that package with 4 towels, you could get 16 of these projects, and if you had the bigger hoop, it's the normal, which would cover this, it would be 16 embroidery hoop projects. And I want to say, I don't know exactly how much I paid for these bread towels, but I want to say it was 8 or under, because everything I bought that day was either $8 or $5. I bought the hoops, this, and I bought a package full of embroidery thread, which I've also ordered some bobbins. I think they're coming today. Some embroidery thread bobbins. They're those little cards that you wrap the string around, and it even has a little winder. You stick the bobbin into a holder that holds it, and then you wind it, and it winds the thread around the, so you could, you know, I probably will have my husband help me hold the thread so I can wind it, but it winds up the bobbins. Oh, that was really cool. And it comes in a little case where you can slide your bobbins down in, and you have all your embroidery thread, because right now I have the ones that I've opened in my little Bridget drawstring bag. You can see there's string hanging out of it and everything. Hold on. Oh, by the way, I love this little bag. Queen's Craft by Bridget. I will link her in the description if you want to get really handy little bags. I got this, well, I'll show you the other one in a second, but see the hot mess that is down in there? I'm like, this ain't gonna work. So I could put the, look, it's just hanging out. I could put the embroidery thread in a case, and then I could just set it beside me and get out the bobbins as I need them. It would be much easier. I'll get this out of the way. Okay, so, and I also got this lovely Japanese knot bag, which is how this works, is you put the bigger piece through the shorter piece, and then you put your arm in it. And you know the funny thing, I know I've seen these in Japan because I've watched other people's videos, you know, and I know they have these in Japan, but my son, who has lived in Japan for nearly 3 years, just has not ever seen one. I don't know, but I do know they're called Japanese knot bags, and this one has been so valuable to me. I was very fortunate to win one in one of Bridget, Queen's Craft by Bridget is the channel. Please check her out. Link will be in the description. I was lucky enough to have won one, and it even says on the side, a queen bag, if you can see that. It's hard to see. But, and they're very sturdy, durable. Love the bags. Okay, so 14 minutes in, you guys have not seen my project. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. It happens to me a lot, especially during allergy season. But anyway, so I did a hammerhead shark. Isn't he cute? He's adorable. I love him so much. And I made the little rocks purples this time, or clams. You could call them what you want. And then I did this shell. You can tell the difference between, there we go. You can tell the difference between projects. It gets a little bit more, we'll see. You can see how it's kind of loosey-goosey on that one. And then how much more defined it gets over time. So I'm sure if I keep doing them, it'll get better and better. This one, I tried to trace the pattern a bunch of times, and I kept messing up. The other towel, there's only one mess up on this towel, but the other towel, I messed up so many times. I'm like, I'm just gonna wash the ink out of that one. The ink with these are these pens. Do I have it in there? Yeah, I ordered these pens off of Amazon as well. You can get all the things that you see today off of Amazon. I'm not affiliated. But these were heat transfer fabric marking pens. And my needles are stuck to the back of it. There we go. Really cool. They have different cartridges. You can use them to mark on the fabric, and there's refills. So I got three extra sets of refills. Well, actually, 2 extra sets of refills. One refill goes in the pen. They come empty, and you put the refills in. So I have 2 extra set of refills. So that's a lot of ink, and I'm pretty sure this one was about an $8 purchase. And it goes away with heat when you iron it, which I have to iron these. That will go away. But it also says that it may come back if it's cold. So, like, if you were out in the cold or something, this pillowcase is not going to be in the cold. But it also says if you don't wish for that to happen, just wash and I'm going to have to wash it anyway because it's going to my grandbaby. And so I'm going to hand wash these and then hang them to dry and iron them if I need to, which right now it definitely needs to be ironed. But I really like how this shell came out better. I mean, it still doesn't look like a clamshell or scallop like it's supposed to, but it's a lot better. My stitching has gotten a lot better. And most importantly, like Ranee said, I'm having fun. And that was the key. And also, I found out that the stress from, the family losses and the falling is, my brain it quiets all the stuff going on in my brain. And so it was beneficial to me. But anyway, sorry guys, I'm in my pajamas because ever since I fell, except for when I went to the hospital, I've just been in my pajamas. But anyway, this is my gosh, I'm trying to remember, hammerhead. I knocked the sense out of me when I fell. My hammerhead shark, and I did a great white. 2 of my favorite sharks, great white being my favoriteest, but hammerhead is close second, almost equal. I'm going to take these 2 and we'll show you. This is a bit of a longer video. Probably most of you have clicked out by now, but that's okay. The people who stayed who are interested are the ones I'm trying to talk to. Okay, so I'm going to sew them together on the edges, and see it's the size of a kid's pillowcase. So I'm gonna do some sewing and then let my son pick out, since pillows will take up space and packaging and it costs a lot of money. The last box costs about $89 to send to Japan, and it was a 12-pound box. So, and also it goes by volume. If the box is too big, they charge you more. So I'll just send the pillowcase, but it's going to be cute, and either side that's up will have a shark on it. And I think little boys, they like sharks and stuff like that, so my grandbaby's going to like it, I believe. Plus, he has the added benefit of his grandma stitching it for him, and that shark will wash right out. But I was having trouble with the pattern. It wasn't the pattern, it was me. I was having trouble. Kage, you stop that. Hey, that's not the scratchy post. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get your belly. Mom's getting your belly. Anyway, stop. Stop it. No, that is not the scratching post. You know it. He's being a bad boy. Hage, don't climb behind the couch. You'll never get back out. Anyway, so as you can see, I've got a bored baby that I need to attend to. Stop it. The next couch I get, I swear, is going to be one of those wooden, strong ones, you know, that he can't scratch. This one arm is shredded. But anyway, he does have a scratching post. He just is being a little Tasmanian devil today. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys are being little joy bombs in your corner of the world, sharing your craft, sharing your passion, sharing your joy. And if you can't do anything else while you're out and about running your errands and you run across someone, make sure to give them your best smile, because you don't know what they've been through, and your smile might be just what they need to turn their day around. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.